Jody, first of all, it's just a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on an outstanding job of acting as Clarice Starling, FBI trainee.
Thank you.
Was this challenging, this role as an actress, both challenging physically and intellectually for you?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, you know, it's a complete world, the world of acting, so all those things go hand in hand, and when you create a character, you have to be honorable to them in terms of their physicality, in terms of their emotions, in terms of their intellect. And, you know.
One of the, and it's difficult to do an interview sometimes in this type of a movie without giving a lot away, because we don't want to do that, because this will be seen before the film opens, but in some of the opening scenes where you were working out very vigorously and doing the
obstacle courses. Did you do a lot of those yourself? Yeah, we did all those. So I spent some time with them and at the training facility in Quantico, and you know, doing that, and also forensics classes, and talking with John Douglas, who's the head of the behavioral science group there, on which I believe, you know, the Scott Glenn character was modeled. So some very interesting people and some real American heroes, if I may say that.
Sure, good time to say that.
Yeah.
There's one scene where, in the film, where you're interviewing a young lady, and she asks you, would this be a good career?
Yeah, it's a wonderful moment, that moment, actually.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. You get to travel all over the place. Sounds like a good job. Yeah. It's a very a simple moment, but in one of my favorite moments in the movie.
Really? Oh, good. And in reality, what would you say to a young lady that says, Jody, you've been there and you've seen what the training is like? Would this be a good career?
Yes, I mean, it's a career for people that are service-minded. You have to be service-minded in some ways, and the idea is to change things within the structure, by change the world within the establishment, within the system, and it's not incredibly well-paying, and it's about having a moral agenda and finding a place in which to serve that moral agenda. So yes, I do think, and I think it's important anyways. I think it's important to get people of all different backgrounds and different opinions and different politics in some ways involved in our administrative and government positions.
I read a little clip about The Silence of the Lambs, that it was a horror film, and that's what I expected last night when I went in, and it bordered on being a horror film. I disagree with that.
I disagree intensely.
How would you describe this film?
Well, I think it's a thriller with a psychological drama as its line through, and it is specifically the psychological drama and the tension of that, the interviews between the Dr. Hannibal Lecter and Clarice Starling, those long subtextual and very, very intense probing conversations that they have that are the fuel and the tension for the rest of the piece, for the rest of the plot, I think, in some ways. It's a very deep film and very moving in some ways.
A lot has been made of the brilliance of Dr. Lecter, but I think your character, Clarice, also is brilliant.
Yes,
Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. She's a brilliant mind and also has a brilliant pathos as well. And those are her two assets, her head and her heart, and the two things that have to be put together and have to be dealt with and united in some ways in order for her to finish her lot as the hero of the movie.